Hi, I'm Kimberley Roberts of SolefulYin. I'm a Yin Yoga teacher and a reflexology therapist, and I'm here to help you sleep better, feel calmer, release tension through Yin Yoga, reflexology, and nervous system support mindful practices. I'm so glad you're here. Let's begin. So welcome everyone to your practice. Today we're going to target the whole body, the full body. So we're going to move through the neck, the upper back, the chest, the front of the thighs, inner thighs, outer thighs, back of the legs, all in 30 minutes. You will definitely need a couple of blocks for this practice. If there's anything else you want to bring along, like bolsters or blankets, please go ahead and grab those. And our theme for this practice is all about releasing what you're carrying. So often students will say to me, well, I don't necessarily know what I'm holding, especially when it comes time to emotions or feelings. And I'm like, you know what? It actually doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're aware that I'm holding something in my body. So you might say to yourself, yeah, I can feel that there's something in my shoulders or my neck. Do I know what's causing that imbalance? Maybe, maybe not. But it actually doesn't matter if you don't know. Your awareness of knowing that there's something there that you generally do not want to have there is honestly all that matters. And then as you move through the pose and each pose, your breath is what keeps bringing you back to that. And you anchor into the sensation you're feeling and you watch it. Because you might notice at the beginning, things could be very tight, tense, maybe things feel really out of balance. But then as you move through the pose and you breathe, all of a sudden it starts to change and the sensation feels different. And then sometimes there is an actual release that happens, whether it's emotional, energetic, physical, or all of that. Sometimes the release doesn't happen during the pose. Sometimes it doesn't even happen after. Sometimes it happens much later on in your day. So all we're here to do today is to notice, respond, restore ourselves, and then trust. That's it. So we're going to begin with our first pose. If you want to sit Seiza style like I am, you can sit on a block between your heels. If you would prefer to sit in a cross-legged position, absolutely. I do recommend sitting up on a block so that your spine is fully supported. If you're wearing glasses, I invite you to take them off. And at this point, close your eyes down. Just let your hands rest in your lap and take 3 deep breaths, letting yourself arrive here. Now take your arms out at shoulder height, your palms facing forward. We're going to be crossing the arms in front of the chest, and it doesn't matter which arm is on top and which arm is underneath. So take a deep breath in here, and as you exhale, start to cross the arms, and eventually your hands are going to land on the top of your shoulder heads, and your arms are going to rest in towards your chest. Think of it kind of like almost like a protective barrier for the lungs and the heart. You're going to sit up nice and tall. Right away, you can feel like your shoulder blades are parting. They're opening up. From here, you're going to draw your chin down towards your chest and let the chin land wherever it feels comfortable enough that you can feel a stretch through the back of the neck, but it's not so intense. Then let your breath flow in and out through your nose. Notice what you feel in the neck, the upper back, maybe even in your arms or your tops of your shoulders. And every once in a while, just come back to sensations that you feel, noticing, responding. We're here for about another 5 breaths. Just take a moment, check in with the body. Notice if anything has shifted. Don't judge if nothing has. Your awareness is all that matters here. On your next breath in, let your head lift back up to neutral. Release your arms. Let the backs of your hands float down onto your thighs and pause here to rebound, to notice. Let the body respond. Let the body restore. Take one more deep breath. You're welcome to keep the eyes closed again if you like. If you're sitting cross-legged, you may want to switch out the opposite leg just to give your body a little balance. If you're in Seiza, you can certainly stay as you are or transition to a cross-legged position. This time you're going to take your arms back out at shoulder height. You're going to turn the palms back away from you. We'll be stacking the forearms one on top of the other on the low back, and it doesn't matter which arm is above, which one is below. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to bring the arms back behind you. You're just going to stack the arms, the forearms, one on top of the other, kind of like a set of fire logs. Your palms are facing outwards, away from your back. And right away, you can position your hands If this is really intense, bring your hands a little closer in towards the middle of your sacrum. That might give you a little bit more room in the front of your chest and your shoulders and your arms. Or you can walk your hands a little closer towards each opposite elbow. What you want to avoid is arching through the spine, like a big hyperextension, just to bring the arms a little closer towards each other and the elbows and hands a little closer. I'd rather you distance your arms a little bit more in your hands so that your spine can be nice and straight and long. And once you settle in, chin stays in line with the chest, and start to breathe into the body, anchoring into sensation that you feel through the chest, maybe the collarbones, shoulders, arms. Let the jaw soften a little more. Can the breath be brought up a little deeper without it being forced? Maybe begin to extend your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. We're here for about another 5 rounds of breath. Again, gentle breath in to a longer, gentle breath out. One last breath. Then let the arms release, bring them back onto the lap, palms facing up. Allow your body to rebound. Again, taking a moment, notice what you notice. And now gently open the eyes. We're going to transition down onto our back. We're going to move into reclined butterfly. So grab your blocks, place them on either side of your mat, and then join me in a reclined position here. Knees touch, feet wide to start with. Let's set up the upper back. Let's broaden the shoulders. See if you can flatten the little bit of space between the shoulder blades. A little tuck of your chin slightly down, not extensively, just enough that you can feel that gentle little lengthening in the back of the neck. And now walk the feet together and then bring the soles of the feet together and open the knees. And this is where you're welcome to place blocks underneath your thighs. And then once your legs are in position, take your arms out, shoulder height, soft bend in the elbows, palms up. So we're creating lots of space in the upper body to continue relaxing into. And then tune right back into your breath. In the last remaining minute of this pose, take a moment and notice how things feel in the lower half of the body. If there's any adjustments, maybe the feet come a little closer in, maybe they go the opposite way, or maybe things stay exactly as they are. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. And then let the hands guide the knees back up towards one another. Take the blocks out to the side. Pause here for a moment. You might even extend the legs out if that feels good. If you extended your legs, bring your feet back onto the mat and then bring your feet nice and close in towards your seat. You're going to grab one block on the lowest setting and lift your hips up. You're going to slide the block underneath, let it land onto the sacrum. You want to make sure that you're not fully sitting on the block underneath the bum, but it's also not digging into the low back. You're going to walk your shoulder blades apart. Again, you want the upper back nice and flat. Now, take the feet wide and start maybe one step. Take the feet a little further forward. And see how that feels in your lower back. If it feels okay, you're going to start to play with extending the legs out as much as your body is willing and as much as it does not aggravate your lower back. The moment you feel like your low back is being pulled too much, bring your feet in a little closer. Some of you might be able to extend your legs all the way out. And then arms again, either out shoulder height, palms up. Maybe some of you will extend your arms above your head and let the backs of your hands land onto the mat, the elbows soft. The idea here is to completely surrender onto the block, letting your body respond here. Now staying on the block, you're going to start to walk your feet in really close. If your arms are above your head or at shoulder height, start to bring them back down towards your hips for a moment. And then begin to take the legs up into the air. So they can be fully up in the air, You could also just bend your knees and let your feet kind of dangle off the mat as well. And your choice if you want to take the arms up into the air as well. Maybe circle out your wrists and your ankles a few times in each direction. Maybe you might even point and flex through the feet and even the hands. Eventually, you'll want stillness and deep breaths. Take one more really deep breath here. And then begin to bring the feet back down to the mat. Take the feet wide. Bring your arms down by your sides. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips up. Slide the block out. Roll down one vertebra at a time. Once your tailbone lands, heel toe your feet and your knees together. And then give your knees a little hug into the chest. A gentle little rock a couple of times. And then start to extend your legs out. Find your final relaxation. Come into Shavasana. Support yourself in any way. Let your arms drift away from your body. Palms up. Shoulders soft. Let your breath go. Maybe even let your body release whatever it's still carrying. Please take all the time that you need here. There's no rush. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. May you continue to release what your body is carrying. Namaste.